Hello my bitches, and welcome to the dungeon. This is your Dungeon Master speaking, so listen up. As promised, we'll be doing part 1 of A Dance with Rogues. This is my heroine, the Princess Elvira Van Helsing. Yeah, original, I know. And this is my bedroom, apparently. So, let's get started. The armies arrived at the city several weeks ago. Before then, the Kingdom of Dorne had been my father's closest ally. Well known for its fearsome and disciplined warriors, it was the main reason why King Van Helsing's reign had never been questioned in over 50 years. Now, they were besieging his capital. I had never seen so many soldiers before. My father had the city gates closed and his own soldiers defending its walls. But 4 days ago, the unthinkable happened. The city fell. My father ordered his remaining forces to retreat into the castle while the Dorne soldiers plundered his city. Still, I felt safe. The castle had never been taken in its history of well over 300 years. The Dorne would never be able to storm it. Yet they did. Yesterday, they broke through the main gate, and although the price was high and the defenders managed to push them back temporarily, it was the beginning of Castle Van Helsing's end. I have been locked up in my room with my maid Shira ever since, praying that the gods would give my father's soldiers strength. But with every passing hour, the sounds of battle just come closer and closer. Oh dear gods, they've broken through the gates. The courtyard's crawling with Dorne, and they're killing all of our guards. But what shall we do now? I'm so frightened. I don't want to die. Maybe we can hide somewhere. The Dorne are so vile. I've heard the stories. They're going to chop off our heads, and then they're going to defile our mutilated bodies. Oh god, this bitch is annoying already. I hope she's a fucking red shirt. First they need to catch us. Maybe we can block the door with something. Eeks! What's that?
I would speak with you.
Lady Elvira, your Lord Father sends me. I have orders to get you out of the castle as fast as possible. The Dorne troops have overrun our lines of defense. These halls aren't safe anymore. I look around uneasily. I look about uneasily. But where could we go? For the moment, we have to get you away from the fighting. Please, follow me, milady. What about my parents? The king has rallied forces in the throne room. I believe the the queen is with him. I wish to be with my parents, General. I'm sorry, milady, but I cannot do that. The king has been very specific in his orders. I am to take you out of the castle, and we are not to return until the situation is under control again. I insist you take me to my parents. I told you I cannot do that, princess. Fine. In that case, I'll just go on my own. Milady, please. There are Dorne troopers running loose in the castle. All right. Please, follow me now. And I do so. Wait, what just happened? Is that... Yes! I mean, oh no. Poor Shira. Ducking.
They won't last long!
You know, flying arrows and steel is not a great place to be up and running about like some stupid fucking smart. Oh, work bone.
Good. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, you said it. They're gonna fucking kill us. Running through the day, I bump into another Dorn soldier wearing a fearsome helmet and wielding a giant sword. Why does this sound like the Overlord games? I don't know. Maybe it's just my weird little fetish speaking. The man considers me for a moment when he spots me, and I involuntarily step back from him.
Hello.
Another Bentancurian whore. Wait, how am I a whore? Oh, this is one of those evil villains that'll treat you like a slut and then rape you and kill you. Well, that's pleasant. Don't look at me like that! We caught a couple of guards trying to smuggle this wench out through the back door, sir. Killed them all. Good. I believe that this was also the last batch on this floor, sir. Wow, that's a way of talking about it.
Yes.
Oh my god, his voice is deliciously evil. Is that just me thinking that? Yes? Yep, you have no taste. Yes, they didn't last very long. A decadent people indeed. The man motions all the corpses in the room. I'm going to have your head for what you've done. This one seems to be noble, sir. The man behind me gives me a shove, making me stumble towards the Dorn with the helmet. Fuck, I read that weird. Right, bend her over. Wait, what? Don't you dare touch me! The Dorn behind me grabs my arms and painfully twists them behind my back, forcing me to kneel on the floor. Say farewell to this world. The Dorn in front of me raises his sword. I think he means to decapitate me! So naturally, I try to kick the Dorn who holds me. Ha! Noticing the Dorn do not wear armor protecting their legs, I aim for the man's knee. And even though my skirts make this somewhat clumsy, I manage to hit him with my heel. He cries out in pain and lets me go.
Someone will pay for this.
Idiot! Hold her! And I run like a bat out of hell.
Not look
Help!
at them.
I need help!
Little ducks all in a row.
Stop! Stop!
Oh no.
Stop right there.
He
You
must have
cannot
killed all the
win!
guards.
Now see what a true warrior looks like.
Taste the pain! Give it up! You ain't got a chance!
I'm giving you one chance to flee.
They're everywhere!
Your steel, attack!
The last I remember is running along the corridor when suddenly a black shape leapt from the shadows and grabbed me. And then, only darkness. I look around, blinking. I'm on the floor, in a storage room. Muffled shouts and cries of battle still ring through the castle, but the fighting seems to ebb away slowly. Staggering, I try to get up, but to no avail. Dizziness and pain fill my head. I clutch a nearby crate and only notice the dark figure. And only then noticed the dark figure looming over me.
Well, have a look at this here.
Oh. The Dorn. I have to warn the guards!
I must say no.
We have to run before the Dorn find us! Quick! The king is dead? We have to run before the Dorn find us. I'm Shira. I'm a maid. As if you can actually believe that with this fancy-ass, swag-ass gown I've got on. He studies me for a while. I cannot say what he's thinking. Why did you save me? His gaze wanders over my body. Well, this is going to end well. Please don't look at me like that. Would you please avert your gaze? You cannot really mean to. He grabs my garment and with a couple of quick cuts with his dagger tears it off me. I scream out. He grabs my hands, locks his fingers around my wrists. He presses his dagger at my throat. I feel a trickle of blood running down. I turn in an icy glare upon him and exclaim, I am not yours! Still pressing the dagger firmly at my throat, he unlaces his pants with my other hand. Oh god, this is going terribly. Then pushes me down on the floor. He forces his knee between my legs. No! And I fight him. His dagger cuts painfully into my flesh, like a blazing iron. He lowers himself on me, holding me firmly in place. His breath smells of cheap wine. There's a wild expression in his eyes, a mixture of cruelty, loss, madness, lust. Combining all the dexterity and strength built within my being, I bring up my leg and try to hit him where it really hurts. I hit! His grip doesn't weaken on me, but I notice a satisfying expression of pain on his face. That last sound he made sure wasn't one of pleasure. He slaps me. I taste blood on my lips. And I still struggle. He slaps me again. The back of my head hits the stony ground under me, and I feel dizzy. It takes a few minutes, then he's finished with me and gets up. My groin hurts, and there's blood. I feel very filthy. Me, with the commoner of all things. Oh. I grab what's left of my clothes and cover myself. Wait, is he rubbing it in her face? What a fucking douche! Heard. Where are we going?
Follow me, now.
I don't have anywhere else to go. And as much as I fucking hate you already, without you I'm still going to die. So now you're concerned about it? About me? And... He walks over to one of the crates and produces some clothes. And I put them on and oh my god! What the fuck is this? Oh god! Ew! I look like some commoner trash that just came out of a wet t-shirt contest in the middle of a fucking sewer. Ew! Hey, ew! He couldn't have picked something better. And they don't even fit right. How are they clean? How do they smell of soap? They're like diarrhea colored. He grabs my wrists again and drags me out of the storage room. We're passing through several corridors, sometimes going up, sometimes down. I have no idea where we are. Once we even have to climb over a huge pile of rubbish. Ew. Finally, after pushing me up a steep ladder, we enter a dark, ruined house. A number of bodies are lying motionless on the floor, giving off a thick, rotting stench. I bite my lip and fight hard not to puke. He grabs me again and propels me out on the street. Chilly night air greets me. It's dark, a cold wind blows, and it smells of rain. Indeed, I have only taken a few steps before light raindrops fall down upon me. I pull my clothes tightly around myself, shivering. There are hushed voices shouting angrily some distance away, but I do not understand what they are talking about. The sky above the castle glows as if a giant fire burns inside the walls. He leads me on, through dark, empty streets. We never encounter anybody. I feel miserable, yet he forces me to keep up with him. I have no idea where we are going. Finally, we stop in front of a tavern, its windows closed, the door barred. He knocks a few times before we are allowed in. We climb 2 sets of stairs and finally reach what seems to be our destination. Well, that's a nice way to put it. Thanks for blowing my cover, asshole. I'm not some pet, you asshole. What? First... No, not my hair. First the castle and now my hair. No. And now you're going to make me break my nails? You're supposed to be pampering me. This is going to be a long, long next few months. Yes, a bath would really be nice. Not that any of you are going to see it. Several months have passed since that night that shattered my world into pieces. Yet still I recall every detail as if it was yesterday. The shouts, the fighting, the dead, running, the beacon. They put me into this kitchen where I have to scrub pots and dishes, bowls, and wipe the floor. Every day, my world has been reduced to the few rooms I'm working and sleeping in. At first, I only wanted to hide anyway. The nights were terrible. Nightmares were haunting my sleep. I was actually glad to be exhausted after my long hours of work so I'd be too tired to think. I still miss my family a lot. Sometimes, when I lie awake, I picture their faces, and it's almost like I can touch them in the dark. The people in the kitchen treat me well enough. Most of the time, anyway. As long as I do my chores. In other words, they must treat me like shit. There's Chella. She seems to be the ruler of the kitchen and swings her spoon like a scepter. Thus everybody obeys her. She's a really big woman, too. I was afraid of her in the beginning, but now I think she's rather nice. Though she often complains that I don't eat enough and that I'm too slim. With these hooters, how can you mistake me for slim? Then there's the two cooks, Wally and Denny. They're constantly picking on each other. It's a wonder that they haven't started a fight yet. Well, Chella boxes her ears every now and then, and that seems to bring them back in line. For a while, anyway. Trissa, Celia, and Kelia are also working in the kitchen. Chella told me that, much like me, they lost their families during the Doran attack. Trissa doesn't seem to mind much, however. She's often flirting with the cooks, and a couple of times I've caught her beneath the crates behind. Where the fuck did I get beneath? I've caught her behind his... I've caught her behind the crates with the stranger busying himself between her legs. Ew. But all in all, she doesn't pay me a lot of attention. Celia and Kelia, the two other girls, are twins. They are a couple of years younger than me. But I think something terrible happened to them. At least Chella hinted at that. Finally, there's Karen. He's a bit older than me. Unlike the rest, he's not really working in the kitchen, but he's around every now and then, running errands for Chilla and the cooks and stuff. Trista usually makes a pretty face at him when she spots him, and I believe I've heard them once behind the crates. Double ew. I'm not sure if Karen knows who I am, but he's pretty friendly around me. He even showed me a couple of tricks like stealing a plum from someone's pockets or how to pick a lock using needle and twine. That's actually pretty useful. I applied my newly gained knowledge last night. I'm not allowed to leave the kitchen and the adjacent rooms for reasons of my own safety, as everyone's told me. But I don't want to be put in a cage. So I was waiting until Chella, the cooks, and the girls had gone to sleep, and snuck out of my room and down the corridor. Unfortunately, they caught me. Chella didn't say a word and just put me back to bed. I admit I'm a little anxious now. Hopefully she's not too mad at me. And level up time. I suppose now would be a good time to see you next time. Thank you for watching.